afternoon to my entire Jeunesse Australasia family as I welcome you to Jeunesse University Live, your virtual connection to Generation Young. This is our very first university for the year, as we were lucky enough to be able to hold our regional convention and Sapphire retreat earlier this year, as well as a few Discover Jeunesse tours. And I can tell you it was so great to be able to get together and see each and every one of you face to face after so long. Now, before I get started today, I just wanted to let our Jeunesse family in New South Wales, Victoria, and most recently South Australia know that you are in our thoughts during this tough lockdown. I'm glad to be able to bring you this university today to at least be able to distract you all for an hour or two. So look, please know that we are here to support you. Please don't hesitate in reaching out if there is anything that we can do to assist you in any way. I think 2021 started for most of us as a year of hope. Hope that things would be different and hope that the happenings of 2020 would be behind us. But what we didn't realise is that 2021 would track very much the same as 2020 and become an even tougher year for some. I think the biggest lesson for a lot of us coming out of the last 18 months is that change is the only constant. Love or hate the word pivot, it really has become part of what is required in our daily life. And one critical element we need to be focusing on at the moment is whether we have moved into reinvention mode or are we still in survival mode. Reinventing yourself, reinventing your business and pivoting your business is crucial for your continued success during times like this. For us in this industry, we are extremely blessed that we can continue to still do business. After all, the network marketers are the true pioneers of the work from home, work flexible lifestyle. So the question for us now is not how will we continue to do what we're doing, but rather how will we do things differently in a very different world. So rather than sitting back and asking yourself, how the hell are we going to get through this time? Ask yourself, how are we going to change and transform ourselves in order to get through this time? As leaders, and most of you on joining us today are leaders to a team, it is our responsibility to use every obstacle that we are faced with as a challenge to master ourselves and to show our teams why we hold the position of leadership that we do. In crisis and in change, we must become leaders of sanity to our teams, because calm is contagious, but more importantly, so is fear. We really need to be careful that we are not forcing our own fears of what's going on in the world onto our teams. As leaders, we're always being watched by our teams, and we must show that we can continue to create, collaborate, and innovate to ensure that we are not just in survival mode. I think for me, one of the biggest lessons that I have learned over the last 12 to 18 months is that tough times don't last, but tough people do. So I really wanted to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for taking the time today to be with us. We have an amazing lineup, and you all know that when we have a university online, a Jeunesse University Live, we have some amazing giveaways. And today that is no different. We have two giveaways for you today. Our very first one is a Jeunesse product prize pack. It is packed full of all the Jeunesse goodies, one of the biggest and best we've given away so far. But today, and even more exciting, we are giving away a trip to our Queenstown incentive trip to one lucky listener. Now, you must be an Australia an Australia, New Zealand or Fiji account holder to win the trip. So what you need to do is stay tuned, listen to all of our presentations, and we will be asking questions throughout, and you must be the first to answer in our Facebook or YouTube chat, and you will win the prize. So our first prize coming up is the Jeunesse product prize pack. So the question you need to be listening for and commenting below is, What does AK Khalil believe you need to have success? And for those of you who don't know AK, you will be hearing from him a little later. He is our very brand new president of global field development. So make sure you're listening, make sure you've got your trigger fingers ready to comment so you can be the one to win the Jeunesse product prize pack. Now let's get our lineup underway. I want you to please help me welcome our very first guest coming to you live from lockdown in Malaysia. You all know him, you all love him, we all miss him. That is Regional Director Chris Cooper. Over to you, Chris.
Hello, my Aussie and Kiwi and even Fiji family. Greetings. It's good to see you. And thank you, Rachel, for the generous introduction. Oh, man, hearing that Aussie accent, it was not bad enough for me right now, being as homesick as I am, to hear Aussie accents and to be speaking to you all this evening. Look, I confess I'm terribly homesick. It's been more than a year. It's close to a year and a half now since I've been able to go back to Aussie. Stuck here in Malaysia, but it was a good thing. I love the place. I love Malaysia, but I'm very keen to get home again to see my family and to see you all. But good to be with you as close as I can be, reaching out to you in the virtual world. This is your Jeunesse University, and I'm glad to share with you just for about 10 minutes some of the business and company updates. But I hope you enjoy this university that Louise, Rachel, and others have planned. This is your time to come together and learn. University it's not about recruitment. That's our Discover Jeunesse. University is about school. It's about learning. And I've seen some of the curriculum and I've got a great program ahead. But first, let me share with you some things that are important to me that I think you need to know that I want to share with you. Before I jump into business, I turn to my first slide. I just want to say, keep our mob safe. I like this one. It's Aussie specific, but my friends and even my family, keep safe, guys. I say that because I sit in a place where here in Malaysia, we were like Australia about 6 months ago. We were doing quite well, but then things changed rapidly. I think depending on the daily stats you look at, we're either the second or third worst country in the world right now. We have over 10,000 cases a day, more than 100 deaths every day. It has been very challenging. Australia, you're not there yet, but we were once like Aussie. Keep safe, stop the spread, follow all of the health advice. I know wearing a mask is frustrating, not being able to travel is frustrating, but trust me, it's necessary. You've got to keep ahead of this. I've had my 2 injections now, and I'm happy for that, and I'm hoping that things will start to turn, hoping that I can travel again, because, man, I need ocean. This is probably the longest in my life that I've not been immersed in the salt water of the ocean. So please keep safe. But meanwhile, let me talk about Jeunesse. That's what I'm really here to talk about. Despite the challenges, it's been it's an interesting time, an interesting year or year and a half now. But fortunately for us in our business, we have done okay. Now, I'll even say we've done well. Unemployment has increased in most places. For most of us, we've been in different stages of lockdown. Some people have lost jobs. All of us have been forced to work from home. We've all jumped further into online selling and getting stuff delivered to our home more than ever. Many of us have reverted to our plan B. But as we see, this is all Jeunesse, this is all direct selling. The direct selling industry overall, I just read a stat yesterday that it's increased 20% overall. For Jeunesse, we are doing okay, we're doing well. I'll show you my next slide here. We're actually right now in the middle of our best sales month of the whole year. This month of July, we've still got a week to go, but already this is the best sales month of the year by already more than 30%. So I'm pleased to be able to say that. I'm pleased to be able to report that we are really good. We are really strong right now. Last year we're up 12%. This year, at the beginning, yes, it slowed down a lot. We're seeing a really good change in momentum right now. And as I said, this month, July, the best sales month of 2021 so far for our region. So thank you for the record high. Now, let me talk about some of the current things going on. Let me first talk about Jeunesse travel, because travel is one of the main things on my mind. If I'm on Facebook or YouTube or anything, I'm looking up, Bali or Vietnamese islands, even the coast of Malaysia. I'm just desperate to travel. I haven't taken annual leave for more than a year. You feel the same, and some of you know that you've earned trips to Dubai, you had a trip to Iceland, and they've just been banking up. So let me talk about Jeunesse travel and our plans, because you will not lose it. It's not use it, you will never lose it. So let me talk about the Jeunesse Points Bank, our travel points bank. So on this slide, you'll see the concept that we have, which is kind of like your credit card or your Qantas frequent flyer in New Zealand, that you're accruing the points. They're sitting in the travel points bank. And at a future time, you will be able to redeem them for different things, for tickets, for travel, to upgrades and all the rest. But just know that as long as you cannot travel, Jeunesse, we will points bank or bank your points. And we don't know the future. We don't know when this will change and when you can travel again. But when you can, we will then start to give you different incentives to use those travel points. So one of the first ones is Run to Ignite. So Ignite Expo, this was supposed to be in Korea, but now it's going to be virtual. And I'm okay with that because it's from the comfort of your own home. You save money on the travel, but also we've seen that when we do a virtual event, we have something like 5 to 10 times the number of viewers than we do if we have it live. So Run to Ignite is the current promotion where you're earning travel points to get to the Jeunesse Expo or the Expos of 2021. There's 5 Expos, remember. There's just one thing you need to know this. I think it's been a little bit overlooked, is you see on this slide, viewing our policies. When we talked about the Run to Ignite, and the travel points banking that I've been talking about, distributors must purchase a ticket to either the Expo Ignite 2021, the kickoff event, which is in Las Vegas, or the Expo Ignite, well, ours is the Asia Pacific one, to be able to claim the earned level of the promotion. So I'll talk soon how we will allow you to use those tickets, points for Dubai, but you have to buy a ticket. If you don't buy a ticket in this particular promotion, you lose these particular points. Because it's the same as like if things were normal and if we were traveling to Expo in Korea, then you would have to buy a ticket and actually attend the Expo in order to receive and redeem those reward points. If you can't travel, you'd lose it, of course. So for this one, you have to at least buy a ticket for Expo, and then that allows you to keep all of the travel points that you've been earning. I think it's since March. This one has run all the way since March. You've been accruing and even backdated points. So keep that in mind. Jeunesse Las Vegas is our first one. It's going to be at the MGM Grand, September 8th to 11th. Now, if you can travel, you're welcome to come. This is a global expo, but I have already told HQ the reality for me and my region is we can't travel. I doubt that anyone probably from any of my 60 countries will be able to travel, but that's okay because it will be virtual as well. So you have to either buy a ticket for Vegas, live to watch in person, or virtual, or for any of the other ones that I'll talk about soon, in order to keep all of your travel points active that you have been accruing. One good reason to attend our local expo, so ours you see here on this slide, Expo Ignite 2021, the regional events. So our region is Asia, Pacific and Africa, Greater China and Japan. We're merging with Greater China for our one. It's September 23 to 26. One of the things we'll be launching, and I've leaked this a little bit, I've rumored about this product, Qunique. Qunique is our turmeric or curcumin fruit blend gel. It's being developed and released exclusively at this point for our region, Asia Pacific. This is concentrated curcumin, not just concentrated turmeric, because curcumin is already the concentration of the turmeric, but this is concentrated curcumin, which is 185 times more bioavailable than regular curcumin. So really strong, really potent. I'll tell you about it more soon, well, when we launch it at Expo, but do some of your research on this. Look at curcumin and look at all the health benefits that curcumin brings. It's one of the most trending natural health and dietary supplement products on the global market right now. And if you want to do a little bit of extra homework, Google curcumin and resveratrol and see the power of these two together, working together, curcumin and resveratrol, all the scientific research on these two ingredients and how they work harmoniously for a real synergistic effect to bolster the health effects in our body. So that's really exciting science, and I can't wait to share that with you. Now, let's talk about Dubai. Let's talk about travel, even though we can't right now. But Dubai, Jeunesse Travel 2021, we've just delayed it. We have pushed it back to 2022. We've re-signed contracts. The hotel's been very flexible with us, but Dubai 2021 is now 2022. We'll let you know a little bit more about it as we get closer, but for all of those people who originally qualified, you still have the same travel, the cash, the flights, the bonus, all the benefits. But also, when I talk about the travel points, we'll soon let you know about, for those who've earned enough travel points, if you didn't qualify to Dubai, you can redeem or buy your way in still for 2022. If you did already earn Dubai 2021, then we will allow you to use those points to upgrade, maybe bring a second person, maybe upgrade your flights to business class, maybe even stay a bit longer. So we will allow you to bolster or add add-ons to your Dubai 2022 using the travel points you have, so you can make it a really good, really special experience. We're staying in the 5-star accommodation of the JW Marriott Marquis Hotel. I think it was the biggest hotel in the world. Now it's the second biggest or tallest hotel in the world. Amazing hotel and just an amazing place to buy. I know many Aussies and Kiwis, you've been to Dubai. It's a pretty favorite holiday destination of ours. And indeed, at Jeunesse, we went there like 5 or 6 years ago, but really fun place. And one of the easier places to travel to. Many places are still on lockdown, but Dubai has taken great safety measures for COVID, and it's a real hub for travel. So we believe it will be one of the easiest ones to travel to. So we're planning and working towards Dubai. We'll see what tomorrow holds for us. But also we still have our unique 2022 travel experience, and that's my next slide. And we have the APAC Sales Incentive Trip 2022. The destination is not yet announced, but this picture is a huge spoiler alert. It's somewhere where we've all wanted to go to, desperately wanted to go to, but haven't been able to. But we are relaunching this, and this will be announced in September, and we will be going there for 2022. So, to help you get there, to help you build, why are we having such a huge month of sales? This is one of the reasons why, the main reason, Ignite Your Potential. This is our super packed special, Ignite Your Potential, running for all of July and August. So we're not even halfway there yet. We're only, the 22nd of July, another week to go July, then a whole month of August. But this basically can let you earn up to $15,000 US. It is a worldwide promotion running for these 2 months. You can earn, if you rank up to Emerald Director, for example, and if you get 175,000 PGV, you will earn $15,000 US on top of all of the regular commissions that you would normally earn anyhow. But it's not just for Emerald, it's for everyone from Executive, Jade, Pearl, all of the Sapphires, Ruby, and up to Emerald. So last month we had the Sapphire Drive, and that one, capped out at the Sapphires, but this one adds on for the Rubies, adds on for the Emeralds. And remember, it's not just for new ranks, it's also money there for you if you re-qualify at those ranks. So I think that's what's helping to cause a lot of the excitement in the region. That's why we have the best sales month ever so far for the year. And I can't wait to see how we end this month of July, and particularly to see how we do in August. So next slide, gang. Just stay connected. It's so important right now. It is frustrating being at home. It's frustrating, being in various stages of lockdown. My nephew from Melbourne flew up to visit my mum in Queensland. It's so touch and go. Could he go? Could he leave? And once he was there, could he even return? It's so frustrating. We're home, we're working from home. Many of the parents are educating from home, that we have all of the tools and technology to stay connected right now, better than ever before. It was even so much better than last year. Zoom has changed everything. We've had Facebook for a decade, Instagram, 5 years, Twitter, YouTube, all of these tools on anyone's phone at any given time. You probably have 4 or 5 means to reach out and video chat and call directly to individuals and to groups. So stay connected, share information, share tools, share resources, but most of all, stay connected, not just business. Stay connected with your family and friends as well. Stay connected with me in Malaysia. I love it when I get my WhatsApp messages from Aussies. Stay connected, stay strong, and remember, we're still unified. We are one team, we're one family, one Jeunesse all around the world. We are doing our best, we are staying strong, and as I've shown you, the sales results are continuing to show that as well. Thank you, my Aussies. I really sincerely do miss you. I can't wait to get back home, spend some time with you, and I will. I've got annual leave that's accruing. I'll be back at Noosa Heads as soon as I can. But till then, I really do love you and miss you. Stay strong, guys. I see you again soon. Enjoy your university. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you so much for being with us, Chris. We love and miss you too, and we can't wait to have you back here. And one of the things we quite often do for Chris is, as much as he's missing the ocean, we like to send him little pictures when we're there. So we'll keep continuing to do that for you, Chris. Thank you once again. Now, one of the things Chris did touch on that I just really want to stress is so important right now is stay connected. You know, we've been using this messaging for an awful long time now, and you know, it still is very relevant and critical to this day, you know, to stay connected with your team. Reach out, make sure they're okay. Reach out for a chat, reach out for a Zoom coffee. You know, we have a staff meeting every week, and sometimes we'll do a staff lunch. We Uber Eats our lunch in and we'll eat lunch together, and we don't even talk about work. We have enough to gossip about outside of work when we're all together. So, you know, I really can't stress enough to ensure that you are staying connected with your teams right now. Now, coming up next, you all know about the Ignite Your Potential promo. It is the cash promo happening throughout July and August. And with us today to show you how to maximize Ignite Your Potential is none other than the lady herself. She loves these promotions. She creates these promotions. Please welcome Vice President. She's just actually had a promotion. She is now Vice President of Global Field Development, Lucy West. Thank you so much for being with us, Lucy.
Hello, Australasia. And this is going to be a great university. I think you've seen the world slightly opening up around the world and then sort of closing down a little bit, and us staying with virtual. But what's different, I think, is the feeling and the attitude of all the people all over the world. So Rachel has asked me today to share some insider tips for Ignite Their Potential, which is the cash promotion that is running right now. And if anything that we know from this past year, and that is, it's been tough for a lot of different people, and a lot of different people have lost their jobs or lost a second income. So we know that, and perhaps travel is still not something a lot of people want to do or they can't do. So we've got these cash promotions that we've been running back to back in order to help our Jeunesse distributors through these interesting times that we're living in right now. So I want to go to the very first slide, which is the infographic, which the infographic is a slide that you should be adding to all of your opportunity PowerPoints or any presentation. You should be sending it out through Instagram or through any other social media to your team, so that everybody always has that image of the infographic, which has, you know, the 15,000 if you become an emerald, and then it also has the what it takes to go emerald, jade, pearl. The second tip that's really important for all of this is that you know what it is that you need to do to earn the next rank in this promotion. So you need to go to your report. So you log into your back office, you'll go to distributor reports, you'll find Ignite Your Potential. And if you click on that, you will activate the link. Some of you have already activated it, and it populates all of the volume that you can use towards this promotion since July 1st. So if you haven't activated even now, don't worry about it. Just make sure that you log into your back office. You go and you find the report, Ignite Your Potential. You click on it, it populates, and you'll see anybody that you brought into the business, what volume you can use, and what is part of the rules. There's like a 35% rule and a 30% rule. So on that report, it shows you what's the required volume, and then it shows you what the 35% is too. So you don't have to guess or be a math genius to figure these promotions out. And then it shows you what your rank is when you started. So what's your next bonus? And there's two columns. One shows the existing PGB that you can use, and then the next one shows you your next rank. You might skip straight through it. If you don't understand it, please make sure you get with your sponsor and they will explain that to you as well. So it's global, all over the world, people can participate. So for example, if one of you has a cousin that lives in London, England, and they're buying a package or whatever, that PGV goes up through the tree as well. You'll get to use that towards this promotion as well. And I think what's really important about this promotion is the excitement that you have now that you can start calling people on your team. What a promotion does is it gives you a reason to reach out to your contacts once again. And it's hard just to check in with them every week, just checking to see how you're doing, Joe. You know, but hey, Joe, there's a new promotion. Did you know that? Like, you told me you wanted an extra $250. So you can, if I could show you how to do that in the next 4 weeks, is this something that you'd like to talk about? Find the people on your team that you want to work with and that want to work with you. You cannot drag the horse across the finish line. You have to find somebody who wants to run the race with you. And that is the secret of helping people earn these cash bonuses. You know, maybe you've sponsored 12 people and you're a Sapphire, but out of those 12 people, 3 of them are interested. Work with those 3. That's what you do. And it might be a brand new person. Somebody might have just joined and they say, yeah, I want to earn the commissions and I want to earn that extra $100. So go back to your sponsorship. You can create a Facebook page just for this bonus if you want, where you only invite the people onto that page who really want to participate in this bonus. So I don't want to take up very much time. I know that the leaders, the Craigs and the Lyndons and all the other amazing leaders that you have there, and Susan, Lan, and everybody in Australia, they know these promotions so well. So listen to them. They're going to help you cross the finish line, focus on your next rank bonus, and make sure that you know that it's, you know, don't leave everything till the last day. Maybe make it the 29th of August that you finish all your volume rather than the very last day. And then something goes wrong and the credit card doesn't go through and you don't get all your bonus. And the other thing that I think that you want to remember is that the expo season is coming around, whether we're doing them virtually or whether we're doing them live or in person. If you hit those 25, 50 elite, ruby, emerald ranks, we're going to be recognizing you on stage if possible. But if not, there's going to be recognition. So, and I know that within Australia and New Zealand, they'll be doing amazing recognition with those ranks as well. Even the sapphires and the pearls and the jades and the executives, you're all valuable. So please take this promotion, take it to the limit, and we will see you at an expo or virtually somewhere around the world. Lots of love to all of you. Thank you for inviting me. Bye.
Thank you so much for being with us, Lucy. It's always a pleasure to see her beautiful smiling face on our screen. So, you know, this really is a powerful promotion, you know, running for 2 months. And what I love about Jeunesse and these promotions is at the close of every promotion, we don't just sit there and go, oh, this person won, that person won, give them the money and let's go on to the next one. At the close of every promotion, that promotion is flipped upside down, turned around, and really evaluated as to how it worked. How many people did we have that qualified? How many people did we have that were close to qualifying? How many people, you know, missed out by a certain PGV? Can we adjust that PGV? Is there any kind of rules that we can change to ensure that we have more people, you know, earning these bonuses? And, you know, it's so generous of the company to be able to sit there and do this at every promotion. And more importantly, to be able to, so generous of the company in the point that it's not just your high title, it's your current paid as rank. So if you have been, you know, a Sapphire Elite or a Sapphire and you've dropped back to a Jade or Pearl, you have the capability to earn that promotion again, which is so powerful for where we are in the world right now. So one of the important things that with these promos is make sure you are training your team on it. Make sure you are goal setting with your team. Lucy mentioned that you can't, you know, drag the horse across the finish line. So do find those people that you want to work with, but strategize with them. Have a chat to them, sit down, get together and make sure that you all understand what everyone is gunning for in this promo, what you want to achieve. And you then have a clear set out plan or strategy to ensure that each and every one of you can hit these goals. So if you haven't done that already, please do so. You still have time. It finishes at on the 31st of August, so you still have time to earn this promotion. Now, our next guest joining us today is a very new member to the Jeunesse family. You will have seen him announced. He is the new President of Global Field Development, AK Khalil, and today he is here to share with you why he chose Jeunesse and why now. Over to you, AK.
Hey Rachel, how are you? I'm so excited to be here with you in the entire Australasia market. I have to tell you, I've spent quite a bit of time in that entire region, and I absolutely love it. I love the energy. I love the people. It's so much fun, and I cannot wait to get back out there. And listen, I really want to thank you and the entire team for inviting me to share a little bit today. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is AK Khalil. I'm the new president of the Global Field Development Team. And I have to tell you, I have been doing this business for 22 years. And in my entire career, I have never been as excited as I am right now. And I want to share a little bit about that with you. I want to share my excitement for the future. And I also want to talk a little bit in general on where I see Jeunesse Phase 2 taking place, because the reality is, doing this business for as long as I have, Jeunesse has always been an amazing example of what we should do and be in this industry. And if you think about that, I was running a company and we grew, and it was an incredible growth. And what I ended up always looking at is, what is Jeunesse doing? Because everything they did in the way that they take care of their people, I have to tell you, so many times in this industry, we see companies that have incredible products. They have great compensation plan. They have cool tools and new technology. But the reality is, after seeing all of that, the most important thing that I have learned after 22 years of doing this business is the people that you're working with. The number one product that I believe any company has is its people. And when I look at Jeunesse and I look at the commitment with Randy, Wendy, and Scott, and what they've been able to do over the course of the last 11 plus years is really remarkable. I mean, yes, we all know the numbers: fastest to $1 billion in direct selling, $8 billion in cumulative sales. But beyond all of that, all the awards that they've won, beyond all of that, I know they have a deeper love for the people in this business than I have seen in any company in the industry. And let me share a little bit about why. And when I got a chance to sit with Scott and Wendy and Randy, and we spoke for a few months before me even coming on board. And the one thing that I loved was everything that they said. The way that they spoke was always, we want to take care of our people. We have the best leaders in the industry. We have a deep passion for our people. It was always servant leadership. They always were thinking, how can we take care of our people? And for me, that was extremely motivating and exciting. And when I decided to come on board, we talked about Phase 2. And, it's really interesting. When Scott and I were speaking, he said, AK, listen, I'm young, you're young. We could take Phase 2 Jeunesse for the next 25 years and create a true legacy brand. And when you think about that, every day in this industry, we see companies, they come, they go. There's always a new product. There's always a new technology. There's always a cool compensation plan add-on that companies do. But the reality is, so many times that new shiny object ends up fading away, and we've all seen it. And I've certainly seen it working in this industry for 22 years at the highest level. And the crazy part about this whole story is, I started off as a distributor. First in my family, born in the United States. I'm Lebanese. My family immigrated to the United States, and my father worked for Ford. He was an auto worker, so we didn't have a lot of money. I love what Randy says. He said, we weren't poor, we were broke. And being poor is a state of mind, and being broke is something that you can change. And that was certainly our family. But what we did have was an incredible work ethic. So I joined this business because, hey, 20 years old, somebody invited me to a business opportunity meeting. I went while in college. They started drawing circles on the board, and I immediately joined. I didn't understand 90% of what they were saying. All I knew is they were sharing incredible stories, and I looked at the people on stage that were being recognized, and I said, you know what? If they can do it, so can I. I heard the stories and I said, if they could do it, so could I. And I signed up. I spent over $800 on some sleeping products and some weight loss products. And at 20 years old, let's face it, I didn't need to sleep more and I didn't need to lose any weight at the time. And the crazy part is I've gotten at that time so many people to join the opportunity. And it wasn't because I knew what I was doing. It wasn't because of the product and it wasn't because of the compensation plan. It was because of my belief and excitement in what I was doing. And what I've learned is if you have belief and if you're excited and you can share that with other people, they will most certainly take a look. They may not all join, but they will take a look. How you approach people. Now, when I talk about Jeunesse, people know AK is excited. And I want to share a little bit about why I'm so excited. Number one, I believe that this company truly can be one of those special legacy brands. And it starts at the top with the people. And I've already mentioned the commitment that they have to every single person in this company. But beyond that, we have incredible leadership. When I started talking to Rachel, congratulations to you. You absolutely love the company and you love your people. I can't tell you how many times she has said to me, and Rachel, it's always part of the discussion. You always talk about how much you love and care about every single distributor and how we want to take this to be the strongest company in the entire region. So kudos to you for all of that. I'm so excited to help join you on that mission and really build this to be incredible and have so many incredible stories. Now, beyond that, I have to tell you, over the course of the last few weeks, I've been starting to do traveling. I mean, yes, the pandemic and COVID has turned everything upside down in how we do this business. But here's one thing I know. If this business, the most important thing is the people, we have to get in front of the people. And I got a chance to now start traveling and I'm sitting with people, I'm meeting people. We had a big event and a road show in California. I got a chance to spend days on end sitting with a leader and several of their team members. And the question I asked them was, tell me, what do you love most about Jeunesse? And what were you so excited about when you first joined? What did you want out of the company? And everyone started sharing their stories and their excitement and the trips that they went on and the people that they met and all the successes that they've had and some of the ups and downs that they have, because we all know success is not a straight line to the top. There's hills, there's valleys, there's ups, there's downs, and that's all part of the journey. But as they started sharing all of this with me, and as the days went on, I started to see the other members get excited because they started remembering why they started, all the things and all the good and everything positive that's come from Jeunesse and being part of it. And then we had an event on that Saturday, and it was incredible. We had hundreds of people in the room. People were excited. They were sharing their stories. And that's what this business is about. The community, the people, the trips, the events, connecting, helping, growing, serving, recognizing, celebrating, all of that is what we do and what I'm so excited about getting back to doing. Now, as you know, we now have the diamond trips are back, expos back. I can't wait to travel to all the expos and meet everybody. And I'm making the commitment to every single person. You can count on me, and Rachel knows this already because she sees my email responses and everything. I am 24/7. In fact, it's on my email, it's on my card, everything I do, it's 24/7. And I really understand, you know, having spent so much time in that region, that, you know, we have to understand you're on different time zones than we are. And I'm, you know, whether I'm in Orlando at the corporate office or another place in the world, I want to make sure that I'm making myself available for every single one of you. And I have to tell you, the team also at corporate, you know, I've gotten a chance now, and I'm so lucky that I have someone like Lucy West that I get to work with on a daily basis. Debbie Curley, Rod Larson. If you haven't met Rod Larson, oh my goodness, we could not have asked for a better chief operating officer than Rod Larson. Him and I, we've always known of each other because as I was president of a company, he was also running another company right across the street down the road. So we always knew, and we were both growing and having success. And I got to tell you, we're so lucky to have him because he truly understands this business, and has a deep care as well for every single person. And he's going to make sure that every commitment and every promise that we make, we're going to be able to fulfill. So we have people like that in the company that are so excited to be able to serve, to be able to help all of you achieve your goals. And that starts from the top. You see Wendy, Randy, Scott, that starts there. And that ends up happening all throughout the organization. And the new people that we're bringing on board, they all feel that same connection and passion for the people of the business. So with that being said, like I was saying, we got a chance to have that event. And now we're excited because here's another event. We're going to be having so many more events, and we're going to get back to doing what we do well. That is events. That is different packages. That is new products. That is traveling. And all of that, of course, we can't do it without all of you. So every person on this call, every leader in this company that I've met, and I know there's some incredible ones in that region, and I haven't had a chance to meet all of you, but I will say this. I'm making a commitment to come and meet every single one of you that will take the time to get to know us and get to know me and get to know the future and everything that we plan to do. And, we're going to be rolling out some new projects here. I talked to Lucy a little bit earlier, and I said, hey, what do you think I should share? What can I share? Because we don't want to give away too much. And she said, well, you can let them know, some of what we're working on. And some of that is a new platform to help all of you be more successful. There's new projects that are being put in place that we're going to be rolling out this year for all of you. And I have to tell you, the company is committed to help every single person be successful. But at the end of the day, I said, for those of you that will get to know me, I have an amazing wife and 4 children. And it's interesting, my wife was with my 2 daughters, and we're all tennis players. So my wife was with my 2 daughters, and my 11-year-old happens to be a fairly good tennis player here in the States. She's recognized as one of the top 20 in the country for her age group. And so we do a lot of traveling with her. My wife does that a lot. But my wife was with her at a tournament that she was younger and playing older girls, and she really was not supposed to win a match. And she ended up doing a little bit better than we expected. And she called me before a quarterfinal match, and she said, hey, what do you think I should do? Now here's the thing. I'm not the coach. I don't focus on, hey, here's how you hit your forehand. Here's how you hit your backhand. Here's how you hit your serve. But I do focus on mindset. And I believe that this business and anything you do has a lot to do with mindset. Success has a lot to do with mindset. And here's what I said to her. And her name is Ava. And I said, Ava, let me ask you a question. When you go out there, what are you thinking about? I said, because what I think you should be thinking about, and what I want you to know, is that you are a lion. And I said, what is the lion? And she said, well, the lion is the king of the jungle. Remember, she's 11 years old. And I said, that's right. He's the king of the jungle. Now let me ask you another question. Is he the biggest? Well, she said, no, the elephant is bigger. I mean, the lion's not the biggest. I said, so the lion is not the biggest. She said, no. I said, is he the tallest? She said, well, no, the giraffe is pretty tall. The giraffe is taller than the lion. I said, okay, so he's not the biggest and he's not the tallest. I said, is he the fastest? She said, well, I think the cheetah's faster. So no, he's not the fastest. The cheetah's faster than him. I said, okay, so he's not the biggest. He's not the tallest. He's not the fastest. I said, is he the smartest? She said, well, probably not. Monkeys are pretty smart. I said, that's right. Monkeys are really smart. And there's so many animals that are smart. I said, so what you're telling me is he's not the biggest. He's not the strongest. He's not the tallest. He's not the fastest. He's not the smartest, but he's the king of the jungle. Why is he the king of the jungle? And she said, because it's the heart of a lion. And I said, that's right. You see, kids are incredible. They get it. And when I said to her, I said, listen, in that situation, you have to be the lion. A lot of these kids, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're smarter, they're more mature, but that doesn't matter. It's who wants it the most. Now, she went out there and she was supposed to get just absolutely creamed. And she ended up going to a tiebreaker. And even though she didn't win, she walked away saying, I gave everything I got. and I gave it all, and I feel really good. And I couldn't have been more proud. But the reality is, in this business, it's the person that wants it the most. It's the person that has that heart. It's the person that really understands what they want and what they're willing to sacrifice to be able to get it. You see, because things aren't perfect. In life, things are not perfect, and we all know this. There's always going to be parts of the journey that are going to be a struggle. I mean, listen, COVID, the pandemic, we can go on and on about all the struggles, and I'm sure all of you have struggles that you're dealing with, whether in life or in your business. But the reality is, the people that are successful, they still have all of that. Every person has all of that. Every person deals with that. And there is no perfect problem-free situation. We're always going to be dealing with it. It's the people that can lift up, rise up, understand they're going to deal with it, and still push forward. They can still give their all. They can still say, here's what I want. Here's what I'm going to do, and nothing's going to stop me. And right now, that's what I feel in this company. When I talk to the people that are in the company, when I talk to the leaders, when I talk to Scott and Wendy and Randy and the entire team, Rachel, Rod, Lucy, Debbie, every person that I talk to, they feel that way right now. And they know that even though we've had some challenges with the pandemic and with COVID and so many different things, we know that when we come back, we're going to be bigger and stronger than ever because we have the right mindset and we have the right vision and we have the goals as an entire team to be able to do it. And we're not going to stop. We're not going to quit. What I tell people is, if you think our first 10 years were great, wait till you see the next 10 years. Wait till you see the next 15 years, the next 20 years. People are going to look back at this company and say, wow, I wish I was there when they hit this second phase. And that's what we're going to be doing. Phase 2, that's what we're going to do. And I can't wait to meet all of you, see all of you, and share this with all of you, especially some of the things that we're going to be rolling out and working on, whether that's related to products, exciting promotions, and bonuses, and all these different things that we're doing to make it more exciting and simpler for all of you. So listen, Rachel, you're awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to get out there and meet so many of your amazing leaders that you keep talking about and be able to really share that face-to-face connection. So thank you so much. Hope to see you soon. And let's go, Jeunesse 2.0. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, AK. I can tell you, in talking to AK in our meetings and organizing him to be with us today, he is an incredible man. He is like a breath of fresh air. I love his mindset. I love his attitude. His energy is infectious, and it has been an absolute pleasure working with him so far. And I really love his points on mindset there. Make a plan and go out and get it. Don't let anything get in your way. And that's really how we need to be building our Jeunesse business. Now, I see all the posts coming up on Facebook and YouTube. You were asked the question before, is what did AK believe was important? What did AK believe you needed to have success? And the answer was a good mindset. Now, we do have our winner, and our winner is, and excuse my pronunciation if I do get it wrong, but our winner is Josie T. Congratulations, Louise will be reaching out to you, and you have won our Jeunesse product prize pack. So congratulations again. Thank you to all that are commenting. Keep commenting. Let us know where you're listening from. Let us know what you're loving about today. And we will be kicking off our next question now for our next giveaway. So who can tell me what the next giveaway is? I did mention it before. Were you listening? Our next giveaway is a free trip to our Queenstown incentive trip for an Australia, New Zealand or Fiji account holder. So are you ready to hear what the question is? It will be coming up in our broadcast later on, so keep an eye out, keep a listen out, and get your fingers ready to answer this question. The question is, what fun activity will you be doing at our welcome dinner in Queenstown? Now, you will hear from Louise later on to to give you all things Queenstown. So she will be the one answering that question. So make sure you stay tuned and make sure you're listening, because you do not want to miss out on winning the trip to our Queenstown incentive trip. Okay, let's continue with our university. I would like to welcome our next speaker today. He has been around Jeunesse for a very long time. We all know him. We all love him. It is none other than Double Diamond LYNDON BIERNOFF. Thanks for being with us today, LYNDON. Over to you.
Hey Jeunesse world, it is Double Diamond LYNDON BIERNOFF here, and I am so honoured to be invited to be part of this Jeunesse University. So thank you, Australian General Manager Rachel McVinish, for the incredible work that you're doing, and also Louise, CORRAN. You guys are doing a fantastic job in difficult circumstances. I mean, it really is trying times at the moment. Border closures, issues with transporting product, and everything that goes along with building a business in a pandemic situation. Thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for this opportunity to connect with everyone out there in Australia and New Zealand, and I'm sure possibly some people that are connecting from other countries around the world. I really can't wait to be able to get back out there, interstate, Sydney and Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, even over there to Auckland, to be able to travel as much as I can. That will be really the next phase of growth for me coming out of this pandemic situation. And I'm excited that we have our reward trip coming up to Queenstown later in the year, and how you've been able to pull that off, Rachel and Louise, I have no idea, but I'm super excited, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can get there successfully. So guys, I want to bring a little bit of knowledge today, just thinking about Jeunesse and keeping in mind what we're going through right now. So I want to bring some common sense, maybe a little bit of inspiration, and hopefully some information that may be helpful for you coming out the other side of this pandemic period, this challenging time in all of our lives right now. So firstly, the first message I want to get across to you is that it's okay to suck. So what do I mean by that? I wanted to start off with a bit of a crazy statement. I've been part of this industry for 34 years, and I can tell you the most challenging, the time when I've performed the worst, had the worst results, have been really the last 18 months. It has been a very, very difficult time. Never in my career did I ever practice for COVID-19, for a pandemic, and how to network during this type of pressure. So I want everyone that's part of this Jeunesse University to take a deep breath. And if you have sucked, if you have been disappointed with your performance over the last 18 months, then I want you to take a bit of a deep breath, have a little bit of a sense of relief, because, I've actually had exactly the same problem. I know many other diamonds are also the same, so it's okay. Take a deep breath. But I want to bring forward another point. You don't have to suck forever. We've now learned a lot of how to negotiate a tough period like we're going through right now. So understand, if you're a leader, if you're someone that's positive-minded, setbacks in life are quite okay. The pandemic has been a huge setback, but setbacks are prime grounds for comebacks. And that's what everyone needs to be focusing on at the moment, is how do you come back? How do you get through this period better, for it? It might sound far-fetched now, but that will be the case at some time not so soon in the future. So let's talk about leaders. One of the things that's very, very important about leadership is that leaders perform under pressure. That's really what leadership is all about. In fact, success in life is all about how you negotiate challenges. That's really success. Like, how do you work under stress? How do you perform under pressure? You know, remember, life is only 10% what happens to you. We all have challenges. We all have loss. We all have tragedy. We all have disappointment. We all have things that don't go our way. We can all agree to that. But 90% of success in life is how we choose to respond to these challenges. And the great thing there is that we all have choice. We all have choice with regards to what we do and how we respond. That is the art of life. And I know that so many people on this university are leaders or aspiring leaders. You're fighters. And they're the type of people that I like spending time with, people that have that type of mindset. So speaking about mindset, how do you adapt to network marketing in 2021? Well, there's a few things that I want you to keep in mind. Be very careful with up here. Mindset is absolutely everything. You know, a lot of people have got really down in the dumps. They've become depressed. They've become despondent, disillusioned, all because of what's happened over the last 18 months. And you know what? That's okay. It's been a lot for everyone to get their head around and make sense of recent months. But mindset is something that you have to work on. So getting your mindset back in a positive place is absolutely crucial, because if you're going to make some moves, if you're going to be able to come out of this difficult period with the least amount of damage, gee, you better have a fantastic mindset. So look at addressing that mindset. Think a little bit about personal growth. Keep reading positive material, books, podcasts, etc. Keep that mind healthy. Understand that Jeunesse is great. Now, your business may not be great right now. You may want it to be better. But know that we're with a fantastic vehicle. Out there in the business world today, it's been carnage. You know, so many network marketing companies have fallen over, crashed, been taken over. You know, the Direct Selling Association couldn't even fill a top 100 performing companies this year. You know, so it has been a very, very tough time for business. But one of the reasons why I chose Jeunesse was that I knew it was a company built so strong with great foundations that it can come out of and survive extreme challenges where so many network companies just fall over. So know that we have an incredible company. Know that we have amazing products. Know that we have a great platform. Know that technology is king. If you're an old-fashioned networker like this guy, embrace technology. Zoom like crazy. Use the different tools that to try and make networking as personal as you possibly can, where meeting people face-to-face isn't possible. That time will come. It will come. And you've heard this word pivot over and over and over again. Really, it is a word for 2021. It's all about being able to adapt. So pivot is really a sign of leadership. How do you change? How do you adapt under pressure to be productive? So guys, that's all really about leadership. So let's think about that. How do you lead right now? Well, firstly, set an example. It's no point you can't influence other people by not setting an example. The pure art of leadership is your ability to inspire other people, to feel more confident about themselves, for other people to feel that they can achieve bigger things than really what they think they can achieve themselves. Inspiration, inspiration, inspiration. That comes through setting an example that makes other people more confident, that makes other people want to copy what you're doing. Be productive. Don't focus on the things you can't do. Focus on the things that you can do. Embrace change. Don't be a network marketing dinosaur. There are a lot of people out there like that. Make sure that you can embrace change. Communicate. One of the hard things over the past 18 months is that so many people have gone into their shell. I listened to so many people who haven't spoken to their upline leaders or sponsors. So get back to communicating even more than what you did prior to the pandemic. Restore relationships. So if you've really neglected people, it's really up to you to restore those relationships, give people that sense of confidence. This should be all part of your leadership strategy in being able to be effective, productive, during very, very tough times that we are right now. So what's some of the most valuable things that you can do? Number one is work on you. So I mentioned before about mindset. Make sure that you get your head right, that you have processed what we've been through and you feel confident that, you know what, in 2021, I don't like what's happened through 2020 and so far this year, but I do like the fact that I'm with a great company like Jeunesse. I know I'm with the right company. It may not be the best time right now, but I wouldn't rather be doing business anywhere else. You've got to have that submission mentally that you're doing the right thing. Have that sense of confidence. Think about positive outcomes that you can achieve with your business. This is vital. Have a love affair with the products. You know, this is one of the reasons that companies have longevity. I talk about timeless products, things that are popular forever, that are foundational. Go through all of our products, maybe put together 3 bullet points or unique features of each of our products. So that when you're talking to people, you can let people know if you're talking about Reserve or Serum or the Cleanser or Revita Blue, here's the unique features of these products. Re-engage with people that have dropped off, okay? It's frustrating, but it's not your fault that people have dropped off, but you can bring a lot of those people back. Sometimes we just happily see people walk out the door. You know, re-engage with those people. There are a lot of people that are more than willing to come back. Have a clear plan of attack. You know, if you don't have a plan, then you're actually have the perfect plan for failing. So what are you going to do to navigate this period the best? What's your steps? Have them all written down. Know that customers are king. And, you know, this is the best insulation for your business is how many customers you have. This helps to make your commissions more stable. Remember, customers are the most common types of distributors. You know, most distributors were once just customers. In fact, most diamonds were once just customers. You get the best referrals from customers. So look at building up your customer numbers. Know that through the pandemic, people haven't wanted to spend less on their health and wellness. They've wanted to spend more. Don't undervalue customers. Know what's on the other side. You know, I'm getting very excited that when we come out of this pandemic, when the pandemic is kind of in the rear vision mirror in people's minds, there's going to be a boom time in network marketing. At the moment, it takes special people like yourself to be productive and to be winners under extreme pressure. But once the pandemic is mostly behind us, a lot of people are going to be in trouble and know that they have to do something and they have to do something quickly. On the back end of trying times in history, network marketing has always boomed and it's going to boom again. But so you want to move into that period with momentum. Know that Jeunesse is doing some incredible things at the moment. I have never been on more calls, Zooms with Wendy, Scott, the scientists, with plans of what they're going to do to help distributors in Jeunesse. It really does have me quite inspired. So I really do miss the travel, I have to be honest, and really look, my plan at the moment is to be able, as I said earlier, to get back out there, meeting people, you know, doing events, interstate whenever border closures, you know, allow, you know, back to Sydney and Melbourne, of course, but, you know, getting back to Auckland, Wellington, Adelaide, Brisbane, Perth, as soon as I possibly can. And then obviously looking forward to the opportunity when the world opens up internationally to travel. So that certainly has been a bit of a challenge, in these trying times, building within a pandemic. This is a relationship industry, and meeting people face to face is always the best way to get business done. But I really am looking forward, crossing my fingers for Queenstown. Louise has packed in so many incredible fun activities. It'll be a trip to remember. And Rachel, how you were able to pull this off, I have no idea, but thank you. This trip will certainly be a very memorable one. All things going well, for later in the year in October. But just one thing I'd like to show, I always love to give back. 10 years in Jeunesse, this company has blessed Rebecca and I in more ways than we can say, and we always love to have the opportunity to give back. Jeunesse's Jeunesse Kids program, whereby in Australia we donate and give to Friends with Dignity, and of course their Little Friends program, which is offering financial assistance and a bit of love and support to children and mums that have been the victims of domestic violence. And so Rebecca and I just recently made a little bit of a donation, so let me show you. I have a nice big check here. So we've made a great donation to Jeunesse Kids, and there we are, at a charity that we feel very strongly with. A bit hard to get it all in frame, but hopefully this provides an opportunity to allow those vulnerable people for a little bit of a comeback, a fight back, and really that's just what I want to do with my business, and I hope the same for everyone on this university, that think about your fight back, your comeback. There's no shame in being knocked down, but champions do bounce back, and I know that's one thing that I'm wanting to do now towards the end of the year. I know Rachel has got some great plans, potentially some incredible new products coming before the end of this year. So hang in there, we're going to see some incredible things moving forward into the future. And thanks again, Rachel, for giving me this opportunity to be part of this university. Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much, Lyndon. Always a pleasure to have you. I love Lyndon's point on embrace the change and don't be a network marketing dinosaur. It comes back to what I talked about in the beginning, reinventing yourself. Change at the moment is the only constant, and we have seen some teams having such great success through this time, because it is all about, we are incredibly lucky in this industry that we can do things over Zoom. We can still stay connected to our team. We can still talk to leads. And what we're finding more and more of is that people have actually had a taste during lockdown of that work from home balance. They're at home to be able to see their children in the evening, in the morning, and they're really loving that lifestyle. So back a couple of months ago when they had to start going back into the office, they really don't want to go back to full-time work in an office. They're really looking for that flexibility and that work from home option. And it really is an amazing opportunity for us in this industry, because people are looking for another way. And we know that network marketing is the way. So, back to mindset, a lot of people, we've been talking about COVID and then it's been difficult, but guys, we really, really have an amazing opportunity at our fingertips. The question is, are we going to get out there and do something with it? And I really urge you to get out there and do something with it. Now, a big thank you also to Lyndon and Rebecca for the $10,000 for the Little Friends scholarships. You all know that we have the partnership with the Little Friends Scholarship, where we give them monetary rewards for children that have been affected by domestic violence. A lot of the time people forget that it is, the children and the children that have to sit back and watch this go on. And it really is, a charity that's close to all of our hearts. And I thank you again, Lyndon, for donating $10,000 to such a worthy cause. Now, coming up next, we have for you our compliance manager, Lisa Jenkins. Love or hate compliance, it is very, very important to your business. It's very, very important to know that you are doing things right, that you are portraying the company correctly, that you are portraying your business correctly. So over to you, Lisa, to take everyone through why compliance is so important to your business.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for having me, Rachel. Today, I'm just going to talk to you about compliance at Jeunesse, so the role, the importance, and just touch on a few policies and procedures. So the role of compliance at Jeunesse is to monitor distributor promotional and operational activities. We review, interpret, and enforce regulations established by local, state, and federal agencies, as well as ensure distributors are following the policies and procedures manual. The goal of the Jeunesse Compliance Department is to educate distributors in order to expand their knowledge of the policies and procedures to which they are contractually bound. These policies are designed to promote ethical business practices and allow all distributors the same opportunities for success. Unfortunately, here too often when I contact distributors regarding policy and procedure violations, that they just didn't know the rules. Unfortunately, this is not good enough. Upon signing with Jeunesse, you agree to these policies and procedures. So if you haven't already done so, please take the time to review the policies and procedures. And this manual can be found in back office under members only, distributor tools, and legal documents, and is available both in English and Chinese. Moving forward, please encourage all new sign-ups to read the policies and procedures and encourage your downline and organisation to do the same. Training requirements. Within any organisation, the success of the team depends on the hard work and dedication of everyone. And new distributors need to feel supported right from the start. Therefore, it is crucial for team leaders to provide ongoing guidance and support. This includes providing proper tools and knowledge needed to help these distributors thrive and make the most of the financial rewards plan while complying with the policies and procedures. So you may want to know what is considered adequate training and what do you need to cover. It'll be covering the policies and procedures, the financial rewards plan, product information, best business practices, sales strategies, ethical business behaviour, and of course, training needs to be ongoing and consistent in your organisation. Distributor Code of Conduct. Distributors should conduct themselves, their business, and their interactions with others as a representative of Jeunesse. Section 1.2 of the Policies and Procedure Manual goes into detail, but I'm just going to cover a few points today. And that is, you need to be honest and fair in your dealings as a distributor. You need to establish and maintain a retail customer base. You need to perform your business in a manner that will enhance your reputation and the positive reputation established by Jeunesse. You need to be courteous and respectful. You need to fulfill your leadership responsibilities as a sponsor, including the training I discussed in the previous slide. You will not sponsor or attempt to sponsor any Jeunesse distributor directly or indirectly into another network marketing program, and you will not engage in any deceptive or illegal practices, and do not misrepresent Jeunesse products or the rewards plan. Claims. We've discussed claims a lot in the past, but product claims and income claims are not permitted. So product claims are associating Jeunesse products with treatment, prevention and cure of any medical condition and illness and disease, and this includes images. Income claims is making exaggerated claims regarding financial opportunity and earnings based on personal experience. I highly recommend using the Jeunesse website or the Jeunesse Australasian Facebook page. Both these sites are compliant and include blogs and articles that you can share and use to promote your Jeunesse business. Trademarks and copyright. The Jeunesse name and the name of all products, services and programs are trademark names and owned by Jeunesse. So you do require to seek approval when promoting Jeunesse the opportunity and products on third-party websites, print materials and social media. And for further details on that, you can have a look at the Policies and Procedure Manual. Jeunesse does not permit unauthorised retail establishments such as online establishments as Facebook Marketplace or eBay. And it also doesn't permit the use of retail establishments such as pharmacies and health food stores. Unfair competition. Please refer to 3.7 if you have any questions on this, but a distributor is free to participate in other direct selling multi-level marketing opportunities. However, they shall not direct or indirectly solicit, recruit, or attempt to solicit or recruit other Jeunesse distributors to any other opportunity. If a distributor does participate in another network marketing business, they agree that they must operate their Jeunesse distribution entirely separate from this other opportunity. A distributor shall not sell or attempt to sell any program, products, or services that compete in the same generic category as any Jeunesse product. And this is regardless of different distinguishing factors or quality or cost of the products. Please use compliance as a resource. If you have any questions regarding what's been discussed today, please reach out. We can also assist you with government education, government regulations, education and empowerment, tools, communication and brand guidelines. If you have any questions regarding marketing your Jeunesse products or opportunity, please reach out and we'll help you there. We also do, compliance also have a monthly news piece in the JBuzz, so please look out for that, where we're highlighting a policy for that month. Call to action. See something, say something. We need your help. Ask questions, educate and empower. Educate your downline. Stay informed. Please keep up to date with the policies and procedures. Stay ahead of the curve and help us help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being with us, Lisa. I tell you all, you are so very, very lucky to have Lisa. She hates doing these things, but she does it anyway, just to make sure that each and every one of you know what is really important in operating your business. So, you know, as Lisa said, we are here to help. Please, if you see something that you think is not right, just ask. You know, just reach out to us. We are here to help you. We are not here to try and hurt anyone's business or do anything. We want to see each and every one of you succeed. That is why I do what I do. That is why we all do what we do. We want each and every one of you to succeed. So reach out to us at any point in time to assist. If you've got a post that you want to put up on Facebook, run it by Lisa. She's more than happy to assist you in any way to ensure you're not making any claims that you are not allowed to make. So thank you again, Lisa. Now, joining me today is Louise CORRAN. You all know and love Louise. She's the loud, crazy events and marketing manager. I couldn't explain her any other way. We love her dearly. So thank you for being here today. Now, Louise is actually going to take you through a little bit more about our Queenstown incentive trip. So take it away, Louise.
Thank you, Rachel. Yes, and we're off hopefully to Queenstown, New Zealand in October. So definitely it's exciting times ahead. So just want to run through a little bit of detail, and for the qualifiers who have qualified, you should have already received an email from me as well as head office saying, congratulations, you have qualified. Whether you've qualified for 1 or 2, or you've actually included airfares in that qualification, you should have received that email by now. If you have not and you know you have qualified, please contact me via email or phone so I can send you the copy again, because it's very important that you read through all the information that was provided in that email. One of the detailed information was, I have a Dropbox link that includes everything you need to know about the trip. It includes the trip policies, the COVID updates, how to bring extra friends or family, to extend your stay, what you need to do to book further at the accommodation we're staying at. Also, amazing places you can visit in Queenstown, or exploring New Zealand if you want to continue your travels and go somewhere else. I've even given you options to do that, as well as optional extra activities you can book on your downtime or additional days you're staying there. So that was in your email. So please download that Dropbox link. And again, if you have any issues with Dropbox or downloading anything, please let me know and I'll send you the files individually. How to RSVP. You can go through your back office, J office, to RSVP that way. There also is a link that takes you directly to the RSVP system as well that was provided in that email, and you can click on that, enter your credentials. It will recognise that you have won the trip and you can start processing your registration. Of course, again, if you have any problems, please contact me directly and I can help you with everything. Okay, we are going through a terrible situation at the moment with a lot of our states in lockdown. This is something, unfortunately, could be happening for the next few years for us and all around the world. But we do have periods of times that, things do open up and everything's under control, like we have been really for the last 4 or 5 months kind of thing. I was over in New Zealand at the end of May and had a very successful trip there as well, and it was all very safe. I just want to stress, if we have a lockdown for our October dates, we will postpone. Okay, so please, if you think you want to attend, but you're thinking, oh gosh, I don't know what's happening at the moment, just RSVP, just register, and then close to the time, if something happens, like a lockdown, we'll postpone. That's where our life's going to be for the next few years. So let's just go, oh well, if it happens, we'll just deal with it. So just make sure, the biggest thing, when we're doing something like that, leave your flights to the last minute. Or if you do want to be organised and start booking your trip, book direct through suppliers, book through the recommended travel agent we have. Just do things sensibly. Check people's terms and conditions and policies of cancellations or credits or rebooking. To make sure there's no large fees involved or you're going to lose money. That's the biggest thing. And at the moment, the way things are, places are very open to doing this, to save the credit to a later date, and sometimes you'll have 12 months to use it. So if we rebook, it'll probably be early next year, who knows, but hopefully everything will be okay at the end of October. It's just to be sensible and book sensibly. Try and book your direct flights into Queenstown. Most flights from Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne do have direct flights into Queenstown every couple of days. Some have direct flights every day. So just, make sure you book those ones as well. Also, I want to stress that Australian citizens are not required to have a COVID vaccination to travel to New Zealand at this stage. So if you have not taken it or you haven't booked in it yet, don't stress. You don't need a COVID vaccine to travel to New Zealand. As I mentioned before, booking through a travel agent. Now, we have a recommended travel agent. She's based in Melbourne. She's English and Chinese speaking as well. Now, she will take care of everything. We're going to book our corporate flights through her as well. But the point of, if we do have to postpone, she'll just deal with the change of flights or sort out the credits for us with the airline. Just so much easier. She does charge a $50 fee to take care of any postponements, which, it's much better doing it that way, because dealing with the venues or the airline, especially more so the airlines directly when you need to change flights, you're on there for hours. So if you let her just deal with it, it's $50 well spent. So I would definitely look at recommending booking through her. Okay, we have extended the registration period out to the 15th of August. But please book sooner than later. And also, I just want to note as well, when you are going in to book or you're thinking about booking, we encourage you to do it because we do have to release accommodation by this date. So, if we don't get all the people registered and we have to release accommodation, and then come October, Australia's fantastic and COVID free and everything like that, and we can travel, and you go, oh my God, I want to come. And I'm going, sorry, the hotel's fully booked and we don't have any accommodation spare. So that's why I really am encouraging you to register, and we'll just see how it goes. So register your interest. do check out the trip website. That has all the itineraries as well on there. Basically, all that information in the Dropbox folder is on the trip website as well. So do head over there and have a look. So, of course, we are going to be staying at the wonderful Holiday Inn in Queenstown. I stayed there when I was in there May, and it was absolutely fantastic. Great location. It's a brand new hotel, only opened July last year. So everything is modern, it's nice and clean, and it's really close to everything. And it's quite higher up, so when you get the higher up rooms, you can actually have a fantastic view of the area. We actually encourage you to bring your friends and family, especially your family. I mean, some of you may have not even been on a holiday in the last 2 years. So if you want to come along and bring extra people, please contact me and I will give you the prices, but also those prices are in that Dropbox link as well. But if you've got any questions about it, let me know and we can certainly have some fun with your family. Now, our welcome. We encourage everyone, if you are flying in on the day, try and catch those flights that do arrive in between that 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Because I have noticed there's a few flights for, I think it's Jetstar, that come in, but they don't come in until 7 p.m. or later. Do not book those flights because you do not want to miss our opening welcome dinner in Queenstown. It's going to be spectacular. So book the earlier flights so you can come up to Skyline, which overlooks Queenstown. And it's absolutely amazing up there. The view is fantastic. And our exciting activity that we'll be doing that night is we're going to be going on a luge. We're going to be flying down the mountain. Don't worry, it doesn't go too fast. It's pretty gentle. But before we have our dinner and our cocktails, certainly, no drink driving on the luge, we will be having this fun little activity. We get to go down on the luge. So you catch a gondola, as you can see in the picture on the screen now. There's a gondola that will take us up a little bit further from where we're having dinner. And we will luge down and we'll actually arrive back out in the front of where our dinner location is. So it'll be a photo opportunity and a bit of fun for everyone to enjoy. So we definitely look forward to that one. One of the activities, I'll go through a few of them now. So we have Dart River Adventures, where we'll be doing the jet boating up the Dart River. Now this isn't, some people are getting it mixed up with the Dart River, the jet boating that's down in the main Queenstown part, where you go fast around mountains and look like you're about to crash and you're about to die. But this one's nice and gentle, so very smooth, and it's an enjoyable and scenic. Oh my God, the view is fantastic. Now, with a couple of our trips activities as well, just note that there's some activities that you actually can't have children who are under 5 years of age on there. This is one of them, unfortunately, just with their regulations and safety. So children under 5 can't go on the Dart River adventure. Then we have a lovely paddle boat steam cruise up the river, I can't remember what the river's called up there, but we head up to an area that's called Walters Peak High Country Farm. And this is a beautiful homestead, and we'll be able to have a lovely lunch there. You can either just sit back and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the peace, or especially if you're bringing your families and bringing children, they'll have some sheep shows and you can feed the animals as well. They've got all the high country animals along there as well. Walk through the gardens, beautiful scenery, and the flowers, because it'll be spring, it'll be coming into the warmer months for us. So all the flowers should be starting to come out and it'll be just a lovely area to visit. Then we'll have a 4-wheel drive tour that will be taking us through a number of different destinations, Skipper's Canyon, Macetown, and also stopping off in Arrowtown, where we'll enjoy a lunch there as well. So this is a fun activity. Again, this is one of the activities where children under 5 years of age are not able to be on the 4-wheel drives. You can certainly come into the Arrowtown part and enjoy lunch and walk around, because Arrowtown was absolutely beautiful. Really cute boutique shops. There's interesting museums, plenty of things to go see and walk around as well. So if the children can't come to the 4-wheel drive, they'll certainly enjoy Arrowtown as well. Our farewell dinner, we won't want it to end, that's for sure, will be held at the Stone Ridge Estate, and this venue is just very unique and different. It's a very medieval feel to it, overlooking all the beautiful mountains as well. The guy who owns it is actually a specialised metal worker, and he's actually designed a lot of the props that are in there and scenery, so it will definitely be a fantastic way to end our dinner. On the final day, on the checkout day, it's Monday the 25th of October, and you will be able to check out at leisure, or of course you can book further and stay on and enjoy Queenstown a little bit more. In the Dropbox folder provided, I have included a folder that includes all optional activities that you can purchase. I've made it easy. We've chosen kind of the top few that I thought everyone might enjoy, anything from winery tours to a helicopter ride, which I definitely recommend if you can afford to do it. You can book direct with the agents on there. You'll see all the contact information as well, and they'll take care of all the bookings for you and look after you. They know that Jeunesse could possibly be calling, so just let them know that you're a part of our group when you do call. If you need anything, I'm here. Call me, email me, please. I'd love to have a chat to you. I will be hosting Zoom meetings next week in the evening. Wednesday I'll have an English speaking one, and a Thursday I'll have the Chinese speaking one, where I will run through everything you need to know with all the distributors who have qualified for the trip. Again, just remember, please do register by the 15th of August, and just put your name down. Just don't be concerned. Just know that we will postpone if there's any lockdowns. Just put your details down there so you don't lose accommodation when it comes in a few months and everything's cleared up and you go, oh, I wish I registered. Register, and let's hopefully enjoy our time in Queenstown, New Zealand from Thursday the 21st to Monday the 25th of October. Okay, Chris just talked a little bit about our Ignite Expo tours and everything coming up, so I won't cover too much of this, but very important, of course, get your ticket in now. This is a fantastic way to learn so much. There'll be ample of training and motivational and mindset to keep you going with your business for this year and to the year to come. So of course the kick-off event is 8 to 11 of September in Las Vegas. That's the global one, and of course you'll have time to re-watch afterwards as well. Usually it's about a month they'll keep them up for, and you can re-watch. Of course, with the time difference for the global one, we may not be able to watch everything live. Then we've got all the regional expos coming up as well. And of course, the important dates to remember is for our Asia Pacific market, which is September 23 to 26. So make sure you put that in your diary, get your tickets. Your ticket, you know, not only gets you into the global, watching the global expo, it gets you into all of these other regional expos all around the world. And they're all translated. So they'll come into the English and Chinese and everything like that. So, you know, getting this fantastic training from so many leaders and guest speakers from all around the world is vital. So definitely get your ticket and tune in. Qualification period ends at the end of July as well, so make sure you get all your details in for there. We have the information about if you I've lost my train of thought there. With your Run to Ignite program and promo, you can bank your travel points, and of course you can buy future tickets. You can secure your seats in the expo or our regional convention next year, or you can also put it towards the 2022 Jeunesse incentive trip as well. And as Chris had mentioned about Dubai, we have postponed it, planning for 2022. So we'll of course keep you updated with more information as soon as we have it. And that's all about it for me. I have to now go over and see who our winner is for our trip. So it's going to be very, very exciting. So I can't wait that we're going to announce our winner for the trip very shortly after I check all your comments. Thank you so much, Louise. It's the effort that Louise has put into this, Queen. So she's just running off to find our very lucky winner, so bear with us. But,
you know, the effort Louise has put into this trip with having everything organised already. It's very rare that with a Jeunesse travel incentive trip that we know what we're doing every day, that we have a list of optional extras, that everything is so organised. And, you know, we are controlling this one, and we have tried to make it as easy and as simple as possible, and it is going to be spectacular. I am incredibly excited about it, but I just wanted to reassure you all, I know Louise has touched on it, but we will make sure that we postpone if there is any risk at all to any of you. You know, our distributor safety and the staff safety for me is number one priority. We want to keep each and every one of you safe, so we will not put you in a position where we will harm you in any way. So if there is still outbreaks, I am confident it is 3 months away that we'll be able to clear things up. In Queenstown, there has only ever since, I think, April 2020, we've only had one case of COVID ever in Queenstown. You know, New Zealand handle this very, very well. So I am very confident that we will not have any issues with the trip. But as Louise said, RSVP, because you do not want to miss out. You really want to make sure you are there to attend this trip. It is going to be spectacular. There is so many things we can do. There is so many, I'm just so excited to be able to catch up with everyone, hang out with everyone, connect with everyone. I think that's definitely something that's missing in this day and age, is that face-to-face connection. So make sure you RSVP by the 15th of August. Now, I think Louise is back with our lucky winner. Okay, drum roll, are we ready? Our distributor who has won a free trip to Queenstown with us in October, and I do know this name and I do know this gentleman all the way from Perth, and forgive my pronunciation of your name if I get it wrong, is Mario Bermudez. You have won a free trip to Queenstown. Congratulations, Louise will be in contact with you. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see you there in Queenstown. Well guys, that brings us to the end of our university for today. It has been a pleasure to be here to entertain you for 2 hours. I hope we have distracted you a little. I hope you have enjoyed the show. I hope we have taught you something, and I really look forward to seeing you somewhere again soon in the Jeunesse world. Thanks again, guys. Bye.